starting. Good evening, Sunday evening, and we are home relaxing. We've been out all day long.
Has been a busy
Yes, we
day.
have. But first thing we're going to do is tell you about some statistics. We had our 3 month anniversary.
The third. No, the sixth. Isn't
Oh,
this the
the
sixth yet?
6th. No, it's not. Well,
Oh, the 29th.
right, 29th of April. But in 2 days, we'll be in California, 3 full months. So, what we did was we just did a little calculating about what we're doing. We thought about what would we be doing if we were still living in West Valley in our home that we had been in for 5 years, and we probably wouldn't be doing anything if we were there. But here we have met uh, more than 60 people, and we have had, well, we put these things in here and we highlight some of them. And we've had about almost 300, 297 to be exact, instances that we did something in the calendar, and when we went back that week, we highlighted it. So we've had 300 highlighted experiences in 3 months. Amazing. And really, we weren't doing too much for the first couple of weeks when we got here. But anyway, okay, so that said, we were doing some reporting back. We reported back to one bishop last week, and we reported back to another bishop this week. And we'll get to that in a moment. First, we had our normal P Day, personal day, where you do shopping and clothes and stuff like that. And we were with the missionaries.
No, we went to the VA hospital.
Oh, yeah, went to VA hospital only to say hi and get registered. Make sure if I need the VA hospital, then we can go there. And that's in Sacramento.
About half hour from here.
Yeah. So we went there, and it actually went quite smoothly, but we were probably gone 4 hours total because we also went to a clinic. Hospital in one place, clinic in another place. Clinic, less busy, place to go when you've got a cold or a flu or something like that. So we did that, and then we met up with the missionaries later, right here. Sisters and elders up at
Why did
in
we go
Woodland.
up there?
Um,
Did it drop off clothes or something?
Probably. We don't know what we're doing. Anyway, the next day we had our normal district council. That's where the missionaries to get together, and that was interview day for the missionaries. The president of the mission is President Maservi, and he came down from Santa Rosa. That's a 2 hour ride.
Yeah.
And there's 17 missionaries. He interviewed all 17 missionaries, and he does this once every 6 weeks. But that's just here. That's 17 here, and there's about 150 now in the mission. So every 6 weeks, he interviews 10 minutes, 150 young men or young women. Amazing. And then he interviewed us. Well,
we had a nice talk.
Yeah, we had a good chat, private talk with him. Then we work on a spreadsheet, try to keep track of all the people we're seeing. We're tracking about 70 people. We track whether we talk to them, whether we text them, whether they email, whether there was a response, whether we knocked on the door. And so we had to make a spreadsheet to keep track of what we're doing. So we're working on that a little bit. And then on Wednesday, you were kind of off a little bit. We stayed around the apartment, worked in the apartment.
Oh, I think I was recuperating from Tuesday. Just
Yeah,
waited.
We're old. Come 3 o'clock, we're running out of gas. But Tuesday at 7 p.m. we have the gospel studies class.
No, we don't.
And
it's Wednesday.
Oh, did I skip a day? Oh,
Tuesday's here.
Okay, Tuesday's there. Wednesday we're off a little bit, and so we stayed home Wednesday night. We went to a teacher class, gospel studies. We had 8, 9 people there. One was learning about the church, and the others were missionaries or friends or whatever. And that went really well. Big guy named Sean was learning about the church. Just Really cool. Uh, these are spiritual moments, so it's really kind of fun. Thursday, we were out visiting again. We visited at least 11. We really were going to the people that we have not been able, that they have not responded. We couldn't confirm that they lived there for sure.
We
So
texted, phone calls,
emails.
emails.
And so the last step is to actually go to the door. So we've found each place. Some interesting things, but I'm not going to tell you that now. Well, maybe I'll share one. We went to one house, and it's a big old farmhouse and surrounded by trees. Really cool. We drove in the driveway. Nobody there. They're probably out picking or plowing
Do
or
somewhere
something.
with her.
Anyway, on the way out, we texted and said we stopped by and we didn't see anybody. And she texted back about a half hour later, and she said, "Oh, okay. Please put me on your do not call list." So I texted her back and made sure that she was the woman that we were trying to get a hold of. So I texted and I said, "Is this so and so?" And she texted back and said, "Yes." So that wasn't too good. But
Well,
anyway,
it's progress.
it's all part of the progress, right? After that, oh yeah, we did. We don't normally see people, not every day anyway. But out of the 11, 3 people were home. 2 of them were nice, or 3.
Turned out well.
Two for sure were very nice to visit with. Okay, and then let's see.
Thursday and then Friday.
Oh, we on Friday we went to see Dolores. Dolores is in Dixon, and Dolores has a granddaughter moving from north of us, Marysville, to Woodland, and she wanted some help getting her granddaughter moved. So we reached out to the elders in Marysville. They went and got in contact with this gal, and we're just checking up with Dolores to make sure. Dolores, by the way, is 80 years old.
She's
Works
working
in
full-time.
Walmart full time. At least she's in the place where she's not a checker. She's in the place where you self-check, and she just helps when they have a challenge. Okay. Yesterday, Saturday, we had to prepare for meetings that we were going to have today and next week, and so we're working on that mostly because remember we had 300 contacts of people, something, and out of maybe 60 or 70 people. Now we have to report back with our spreadsheet, and so we had to talk about it, figure out what have we learned. That's
Update our spreadsheet.
yeah, and it was there's a word for it, but it was what have we learned from this so far? And so that took some effort. We spent several hours on that. And then a guy called from the state of Washington, and he had visited Woodland and went to church on a Sunday and got our name because we had a flyer in the bulletin that said that we were teaching gospel studies class on Wednesdays. So he called and picked our brain about what's that all about. Okay, so Sunday, today, I went to church, 9:30 to 11:30, and at 2 o'clock we were to have a meeting with the bishop, which we did, but at 11:30 when church was over, we were to meet a lady that we had just gone to her house and left a flyer. The lawn was really bad. The junk truck in the driveway looked abandoned. Mail falling out of the mailbox. And so we left her a flyer, and by golly, she called, and she said, "Let's meet after church on Sunday." And so at 11:30 when church was out, we met her. Her name is Nora. Nice lady.
Nice lady.
Husband has colon cancer. They're having a hard time. She's not living in the house right now. She's living with her sons in an apartment. And so her husband is recuperating, but we're going to meet her tomorrow at 1 p.m. and we are going to set up a service project and as a minimum have the elders and sisters there to clean up the yard. We're going to figure out how to donate the truck to some organization, and we're just generally going to help her out. Okay, after that, finished that, had a lovely conversation. She's a sweet lady and appreciated what we're going to be doing for her. And then we went and met with the bishop. Now the bishop, we gave him ton of stuff. We reported back about the class we teach. We reported back, he has 46, I think, families in his congregation that we're tracking down. And then there was one other thing. Oh, we talked to him about this Norma that we just met with.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave us carte blanche to go out to be able to spend money to help get this done. So that was really cool. And we talked about the class that we teach because sometimes it's not that well attended, but some really good things have come out of it.
Well, and they want us to teach also temple class.
Oh yeah,
too,
in
on a
October
Sunday.
we'll start teaching that. That's right. That'd be cool too. And let's see. Course of Temple class is for new people that are members of the church. They're preparing to go to the temple because when they go to the temple, they can be sealed / married for time and all eternity. That means when you depart this life, you still have that connection in the afterlife. Pretty cool. So it goes on. Your whole family can go on through eternity together. Okay. We went through all the names on the spreadsheet, and he got some good information that he didn't know about, and we took about 12 people off the list for one reason or another that we don't have to worry about anymore. And in general, it went really well. And maybe we'll give you some insights on that later on. But that's it for this week.
Yeah.
Right?
We had a busy week. Good week.
Yeah.
It's always been a good week, though.
Yeah. And as you can see, we're seeing, well, we're having 100 experiences a month. And we thought, how many experiences might we have in West Valley City, Utah, if we had stayed there? And we're thinking, a good 5 or 6 a month, maybe, if we're active. And so very busy, very fun, very good. But we also have, I'll do this later, we have some data. We're tracking how those experiences went. And so we're categorizing them so we can report. For instance, some are inspirational, some are funny, some are sad. There's 9, 10 categories. Well, inspirational, in those 3 months, we've had 15 inspirational meetings, which we'll talk about. In fact, you could buy the book when it's ready. And then 17 awesome experiences, 17 funny ones, 21 sad ones, yeah, and 54 good ones. And so it was a prelude to what's coming. We'll give you some more information about that, and we'll give you the link for when we're finished with our mission. You can go buy the book. Love you guys.
Goodbye.
Yes, goodbye.
Love you guys.
Goodbye.